Hi folks, welcome to another set of ICP video notes. Today we'll be talking about magnetism. So first off, what is a magnet? Any material that exhibits a force of attraction or repulsion based on the alignment of its atoms is considered a magnet. So the way that the atoms in a material are lined up can cause it to attract or repel other objects. Some common magnets are iron, cobalt, and nickel. These are all materials that have magnetic properties or can be magnetized. So, how do magnets work? The alignment of the particles of some materials allows that material to become a magnet. In other words, it creates a north side and a south side, or a north pole and a south pole. Weaker magnets, when they're dropped, can lose their strength because the fields have been rearranged. So what does a magnetic field look like? A magnetic field is a representation of the charges around a magnet. So as you can see here, the charges leave the North Pole and go to the South Pole. This creates a design, as you can see, over here. Kind of looks like it goes around in the middle and it comes out the ends. Or if you laid compasses down, you could see that the charge is going that way. These are the magnetic fields of a bar magnet. Bar magnets have two poles, the north and the south. And the field has a direction. The line points away from the north and towards the south. A single charged particle also has a magnetic field. So a positively charged particle will have a magnetic field that radiates away from it, and a negatively charged particle will have a field that radiates towards it. You could imagine the bar magnet having a north pole side, which would be positive then, and the south pole side being negative, because the field goes away from the positive side and towards the negative side. Magnets can attract or repel other magnets. In other words, they exert a force on other magnets. They also can attract other metals. Now, normal metals that aren't magnetic don't repel magnets because they don't have a pole already set in place. They don't have a north and south pole that can push against the north or south pole of the magnet. So a magnet always has at least two distinct ends or poles. If you have similar poles or like poles, like two north poles together or two south poles together, they repel each other. They push away from each other. If you have opposite poles, a north end and a south end, then they attract each other. Magnets do not need to touch to exert a force. This is what we call a non-contact force, which we learned about before. It can exert a force through empty space. And then magnets can turn other magnetic metal objects into temporary magnets, such as a nail or just any piece of metal, mostly. Metal that can be arranged in a magnetic form. If you put a magnet next to it, then the metal can temporarily become a magnet.